The ground trembled again. Albert tightened his grip on his weapon. "All right," he said, forcing a calm tone. "You said enemies. How many are we talking about?" The girl didn't answer immediately. She was listening, not to him, to the forest. Her glowing eyes narrowed slightly. "Too many," she finally said. Albert sighed. "Of course, it's always too many, never just one or two." She turned suddenly. "Follow me." Before Albert could reply, she moved fast, not human fast, faster. Albert blinked. "Hey, wait!" He ran after her, crashing through glowing plants and strange roots. Behind them, something roared, loud, deep, and very, very close. Branches snapped. Heavy footsteps shook the ground. Albert didn't look back. He didn't need to. Whatever was chasing them, it was big. "Any chance you want to explain what's trying to kill us?" he shouted. She didn't slow down. "They hunt anything that does not belong." Albert breathed hard. "Great, so I'm basically a walking target." They reached a clearing. She stopped suddenly. Albert almost ran into her. "Why are we stopping?" Then he saw them. Three creatures stepped out of the shadows, but these were not like the first one. These were organized. They moved with purpose. Their eyes glowed with intelligence, and in their hands, weapons. Albert's expression changed. "Yeah, those are not animals." The creatures attacked without hesitation. Albert dropped low and fired. One fell. The others dodged. Fast. Too fast. "Okay, I officially hate this planet," he shouted. The girl raised her glowing weapon. A pulse of light shot forward. One enemy froze mid-motion, then shattered into dust. Albert blinked. "I need one of those." Another creature lunged at Albert. He rolled, barely escaping its claws. The girl moved beside him. Now they stood back to back, strangers, fighting together. "Stay close," she said. Albert smiled, wasn't planning to go anywhere. One creature rushed him, too fast to aim. So Albert did something unexpected. He dropped his gun and stepped forward. The creature hesitated, just for a second. That was enough. Albert grabbed its arm, twisted, and slammed into the ground. Hard. The creature let out of a sharp cry. Albert finished it. Quick, efficient. The girl glanced at him, surprised. "Your kind fights differently." Albert picked up his weapon. "Yeah," he said. "We don't like dying." The forest went quiet again. Too quiet. Albert looked around. "Please tell me that was all of them." She shook her head. "No, of course not." "Come," she said. "This way." She moved toward a wall of thick glowing vines. Albert frowned. "There's nothing there." She raised her hand. The vines slowly moved aside, revealing a hidden path. Albert's eyes widened. "Okay, that's new." As they walked through the hidden path, Albert noticed something strange. The walls, they are moving, not fast, but slowly, breathing, alive. He touched one. It pulsed gently under his fingers. He pulled his hand back. "Nope, don't like that." She looked at him. "This planet lives." Albert froze. "You mean that literally?" She nodded. "Yes." They entered a narrow tunnel. Dim light surrounded them. Albert felt it again. That feeling, watching, judging. "Your planet," he said slowly. "It doesn't just live, does it?" She didn't answer right away. "Then it sees." Albert let out a nervous laugh. "Yeah, that's worse." They finally stopped inside a hidden chamber. "Safe? For now." Albert leaned against the wall. "Okay, time out. I need answers." She faced him calmly. "Ask." Albert crossed his arms. "Let's start simple. Who are you?" She hesitated, just for a moment. Then she said, "My name is Anna." Albert nodded. "Anna? Okay, good start." He pointed toward the outside. "And those things trying to kill us." Her expression darkened. "They are not from this world." Albert frowned. "Wait, not from this planet?" "No." "Then how did they get here?" Anna looked at him. "Like you did." That hit differently. Albert ran a hand through his hair. So let me get this straight. Hostile alien creatures, armed, organized, already here before me. Anna nodded. Yes. Albert exhaled slowly. Yeah, this mission just got a lot worse. Albert looked at her more carefully now. Her posture, her calmness, the way she spoke. You are not just some random survivor, are you? Anna stayed silent. That was answer enough. Anna, Albert said softly. Why are you hiding? She looked away. For the first time, she seemed unsure. I'm responsible for this world. Albert raised an eyebrow. Responsible how? She met his eyes. You will understand soon. For a brief moment, neither spoke, just silent, but not uncomfortable. Something shifted. Trust, just a little. Albert sighed. Well, Anna, ruler of mysterious planet. She almost smiled again. Looks like we are stuck together. Suddenly, the ground shook harder than before. Dust fell from above. A deep, echoing roar filled the chamber, not outside, but far, far below. Albert froze. Okay, let me that's not another one of your enemies. Anna's face went pale. No, that is something worse. The walls around them pulsed, the planet itself reacting, alive, afraid. Albert slowly lifted his weapon. Yeah, I'm starting to think your planet does not like me. Anna shook her head, her voice barely a whisper. It's not you. Albert frowned. Then what is it? She looked down toward the depth of the planet and said, It has awakened.